Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, February 21st, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I will start with this big picture chart, just as the low 340s. We certainly dove below the 340.838 Fibonacci last week, spent a couple days below it, but my system always has been a weekly settlement-based system when it comes to big, longer-term developments, longer-term trend identification. Now, if we close below 340.80 today, the last day of the week, so this is sort of the big day. If we close below 340.80, then we do indeed enter a sell signal that would anticipate 248.76, that 2-year rising channel bottom, as a 1 to 2 month target. Now, with recent volatility, this is about a 3 to 5 week move, and it would be symmetrical to the rally that occurred from October, November of last year. And so that church steeple rally where it gives it all back to 248.76 would play out, in my opinion, with a settlement today below 340.80. Until then, if you're a longer-term position holder, if you entered a long position last week in the low 340s, just know that you can hold that so long as we don't close below 340.80, because we're expecting just the opposite. Bullish continuation, recovery, in other words, bullish rotation to the upside to 506.91. I call this a 3 to 5 month move. It could be much quicker. That much quicker would materialize if over the next few weeks we can close above the 411.09 descending channel top. This is a daily chart. This horizontal line represents 344.44, that 2-year channel top that you see here that we closed above several months ago. And if we close below it and 340.80 to 3/8 Fibonacci, once again, I don't see a convincing reason to stay long Tesla. If your time horizon is 1 to 2 months out, I would expect 248.76. I'm going to squeeze in a little commercial right now and just mention that on Thursday, wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on Alibaba. You might want to check that out. Lots of things happening in that stock on the precipice of a big move that we would expect well into the second quarter. We're not there yet, and you can see that today, Friday. Today is a big day for that stock if we close above a particular price point. You can see that in Vertiv Holding that we put out earlier in the week. Last week was Super Microcomputer. Things are getting up and underway on that stock as well. Check us out at wickedstocks.com. You've got nothing to lose monetarily because you get a 5-day free trial up front. You also get weekly Apple stock, daily Triple Q, daily SPY, weekly S&P 500, weekly NASDAQ 100 analysis, and 2 stock picks every week. You can see that all for free by going to wickedstocks.com. So I covered the downside pretty well. Let's cover the upside, or at least the immediate vicinity. We've got this short-term channel bottom at 358.03. We broke this. It got pretty sloppy, but I still think it's a legitimate level that you can trade off of. We've got this descending channel top that we closed above a couple of days ago. That was a sign of strength, but having violated the short-term channel bottom does indicate, or at least allow, a retest today of this 340.80 to 344.44 region, especially given the fact that this channel top today is at 344.19, smack dab in the middle of these two important levels. So 358.03, this channel bottom may contain intraday buying pressures. And in fact, if you're a day trader, you could play the short side below 358.03, anticipating the 340.80 to 344.44 region, where profits can be taken on a short position and long entry made on the day for the next 3 to 5 days, for the next 3 to 5 weeks into the 411.09 area, and over the next 3 to 5 months up to 506.91, as I mentioned before. But if we happen to push through or open above 358.03, then yes, I see 377.77 as a possible intraday objective. And I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm just going to say that one more time to put both 358.03, this short-term channel bottom, and 377.77, this 1.5 week channel top, together on the same chart would just look confusing. So if we push through or open above 358.03, you should allow 377.77 today. Now, that would be quite a rally. On the way up, we've got 373.04, which is that low from early January that held for over a month. So on the way back up, it may have something to say about, daily buying pressures. But once again, pushing, especially opening today above 358.03, 377.77 shouldn't come as a big surprise if we happen to reach it later in the day. It can contain daily buying pressures. I don't think this is a great short sale on a 3 to 5 day basis, but I do think that you can take profits here if you happen to go long today above 358.03. If we close today above 377.77, and I think that is a long shot, but if we did close above 377.77, then this 2 to 3 week target that still exists in the 397.33 to 411.09 region above 344.04. Remember having closed last week above 344.44. I maintain this 397.33 to 411.09 area as a 2 to 3 week objective. And if we do close today above 377.77, we're just a few days away from pushing into this zone. If you've been long for the last week and over the next week, 2 or 3, we push into this 411.09 area, you can take profits and even play the short side. We can top out from here through the rest of March or through the month of March and fall back into the 340s within 2 to 3 weeks. The last thing I will say is something I've been saying now for the last couple of weeks, and that is if we were to close above 411.09 over the next couple of weeks, then we have a clear buy signal, a clear path to 506.91 within another month or two of activity. That 506.91 formation, a 5-year channel top, able to contain buying on a quarterly, possibly annual basis. Is there anything else to say beyond please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back on Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla. You have a great weekend.